moving on alphabetically to Duquesne. The Dukes, well, they're coming off their best season as a Northeast Conference member. They joined the league back in 2008 after winning the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference 11 times. And as they made the transition from non-scholarship to scholarship football, they've seen a lot of progression, a lot of success. And last year, the Dukes were 7-4 overall, 5-3 in the conference. That's a third-place finish. And I would like to welcome Duquesne head coach Jerry Schmitt to today's program. Coach Schmitt, obviously you had your best season in the NEC last year. What are you looking for out of the Dukes in 2011?
Well, Ralph, we were excited about the way we finished the year last year. I know one of the signs of a team that has a good season is after that last game, they don't want it to end. And the guys got to work right away in the off season. We have a number of returning starters back that we're excited to get to work right away, and we're just looking to continue a progression here. We're building in this conference. It's such a great conference, such a tough conference, and we know we had to take some time here over the last couple of years to build it the right way, build from the core, develop, as a number of the coaches have said, good line play, and we think we're at that point now. We have some solid guys returning, some veterans, and we think that'll carry us into this season. We're looking forward to an exciting season here again this year.
Okay, so it's Duquesne head coach Jerry Schmitt with his opening statement. Now we would like to open it up to media members. Anyone with a question for Coach Schmitt, please press star 1 on your phone to alert the operator. Star 1, questions for Coach Schmitt.
We do have a question from Steve Leedy with Northeast Conference. Your line is open.
Hey, Coach Schmitt, how are you?
Good, Steve. How you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for asking. Real quick, great season last year. Congratulations this year, preseason, ranked number 2. You guys got a lot of talent coming back on both sides of the ball, but most importantly, what do you think you guys have to work on best? What do you think your biggest weakness is going into 2011?
I know that we graduated some depth in the defensive backfield. We have a few guys that have had some playing time last year, but I think 5 of our top 8 defensive backs we've lost to graduation. So it's going to be a depth thing for us there to develop some of our younger guys, and that's a constant process. As I said, we've been working on that over the years. We did graduate 2 all-conference wide receivers, and in the same respect, we have some young guys that we're hoping can step up. Akeem Moore has had playing time with those 2 other guys, Dixon and Williams, that graduated, but him and Joey Conjola, they're 2 experienced guys, and we use 3 or 4 wide receiver sets, so we have to rely on the development of some of the young guys that we have and have had on our team.
Coach, last year, one of my favorite guys to watch, not only on your team but throughout the NEC, was Serge Kona, one of the part-time starters, the utility man, linebacker, now preseason, all NEC. Kind of speak to him, what he means to you guys as a unit at that second level.
Well, he's in a group of linebackers there that, we returned 7 of our top 8 linebackers from last year, and he's part of that crew, and very athletic and very talented. It's a great honor for him, to receive the vote to be on this preseason all-conference team. And he's just developed mentally throughout his process. As a freshman, he was talented enough to get on the field, but it's such a tough conference. You have to know what you're doing. And sporadically, he's been getting into the game more and more, and we're looking for big things out of him. He's able to play the run and defend with receivers, does such a great job, gives our defensive coordinator, Dave Oakfar, some options when it comes to the types of things he wants to do.
Great. Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
We'll take our next question from John Harris with Pittsburgh Tribune Review. Your line is open.
Hi, Coach. How you doing?
Good, John. How are you?
Doing great. Hey, just kind of following up on your question about losing a couple, at receiver position. You got McCoy here, on the preseason team. Do you see his role expanding? I mean, he had a great season last year. Do you see his role expanding even more this year?
Well, with him, we have 5 starting offensive linemen back, and him as a running back. So, he ran for 1,300 yards. He was a major part of our offense last year. We try to be as balanced as we possibly can. So, depending upon how defenses play us, I guess that'll dictate how much his role is. But his development's been great. When we expect him to carry the load, don't like him to carry the ball too many times, but he's very efficient. I think he's averaged over 4 yards a carry the past 2 seasons, which is good. He's just part of an offensive group on the inside, the core, the offensive line, and that running game that we're very happy with and excited about for this coming season.
So, staying with your line, the fact that you have so much experience back there, do you see that making the transition with the passing game, new receivers, a little bit easier because of the strength you have there?
There's no doubt that can help us. As Coach McInerney said, you have to be able to protect, and having these experienced guys back will give us time for the young guys to develop in our offense. We run a lot of multiple sets, and they have to learn where to go and what to do and how to make the reads. And it's such a challenge because you can try to duplicate it in practice. When you go up against some of these coaches and defenses that they do such a great job, and you go on Saturdays and it's full speed, it's going to take some time for our younger guys to develop. So we're hoping that our line and Larry can carry us through that process.
And last question I have for you is, what do you think of the number 2 preseason ranking for you guys?
Well, it's been a process here that we're trying to build this thing the last couple of years. We're trying to build it the right way. From last year, we had new facility, our new field, new bleachers. I sit here right now and I talk to you. We've been in a brand new office for just 3 days. The kids will walk in on Sunday to a brand new locker room. We have a commitment here from the university and the president and the AD. So we've been trying to build it the right way. It's an honor to be voted there. We appreciate that, but we respect the conference. It's such an outstanding conference. Preseason polls, you can only take them for what they're worth here in the preseason. But we have to play our games. We have to play every game and get our focus on going after each game each week and play by play. So we appreciate it, but we're going back to work here Sunday and just focus on what we have to do in our progression in the last 3 years.
Thank you, Coach.
You're welcome.
Okay, questions for Coach Schmitt. Star 1 on your phone. Star 1 to speak with Coach Schmitt of Duquesne.
There are no more questions in queue at this time.
Coach, I do have a fan question. This one comes to us from Ray in Hollidaysburg, Pennsylvania. Ray in Hollidaysburg says, I thought you were clearly a better defensive team last year. Did that have anything to do with bringing on Dave Ofar?
Well, there's no doubt that Dave Ofar, who spent 8 years in this conference as a head coach and having that experience, come over to our defensive side, solidified our defense, does an excellent job as a teacher and putting the guys in the right mental state to play the game every play. In this conference, you have to play every play and you have to play every week, and he was familiar with that, obviously, being in the conference. We were fortunate also he brought with him Mike Craig, his linebacker coach, and Darnell Richardson, his defensive back coach, and it made it easy for them to teach the defensive scheme that they had used up there at St. Francis, and our guys bought into it. They did a great job at teaching it. There's no doubt our defense was very solid last year, and we're looking for big things this year out of them, and I'm very happy to have Dave with me here.
Okay, so there's your answer, Ray from Hollidaysburg. I would like to squeeze in one more fan question. In the meantime, if any media members have questions, please press star 1 on your phone to alert the operator. But first, Coach Schmitt, we have a question. Maura from Monroeville, Pennsylvania. Maura asks, rather, what are the best attributes Sean Patterson brings to the quarterback position?
Wow, that's a great question. He does so many good things. He can run the ball. He's a good athlete. He throws the ball well. If I pinpointed it, his best attribute is he's a competitor. He just wants to get it done, whatever it takes. I think it was evident last year. I think there were 3 games that he brought us back in the fourth quarter. Some of them at the very end, came up short up there at Central Connecticut. What a great battle it was up there. And, we completed the 2-point conversion, but our guys stepped on the end line to tie the game after we scored twice in the last couple minutes. Sometimes he's not as polished, doesn't look as polished, but he gets the job done. I think he's just a competitor and gets after it. Good leader for the football team and does what he needs to do. And we're excited. He's a junior here and he's got a full year under his belt in learning our offense, and we just think he's going to get better and better each game.
All right, so there's the Coach Schmidt's words on Sean Patterson. So thank you for that question, Maura from Monroeville. Are there any media members with questions at this time? Star 1.
None at this time.
Okay, there are no further questions for you, Coach Schmitt. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Best of luck in the 2011 season ahead.
Thanks, Ralph. Have a great year.